As a quick story here, 30 seconds, real fast. Guys, when I got started in this business, and this is going to tie into what I'm going to talk about here in a second, I want you guys to just understand something about our business. Guys, this is a marathon. This is a long distance game. We can come in here and make a ton of money up front. We can make a lot of money really quickly. But what I want you guys to see is what I see now from being in this for over 2 years. What I want you guys to notice is that this is life-changing. Not only it can be life-changing in your first 6 months, but it's going to be life-changing over the 2 years, over the 3 years, over the long term that you're inside this business. I want you guys to see this. Guys, if you guys look at this, this says March 2022. This was 2 years ago, okay? 2 years ago in March, I made my first 3 sales, I think it was, and it was all warm market business. Like, I sucked on the phone. January, I got licensed. January and February, I made calls. I didn't know what I was doing. I sucked, okay? And then I made my first 3 sales. They were all warm market. I kind of got over the hump a little bit, and I started to plug in after this because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this all in. Like, I want to win. I'm tired of losing. And so what I did was I started asking questions. I started to get on the training calls. I started to plug in with everybody. And so over the next 3 months, I grew a lot and my business exploded. I wrote 51,000 in June from no experience, from having 0 experience inside the business, from never being in insurance before, to then going to, I have this slide down here. I grew every single month after that. August, I did 62,000. And what I want you guys to see in August is that I started to build a team. I had writers inside my agency. I started to learn how to build a team. People were asking me what I was doing, how I was making all this money. So I grew my personal production again, and I started to grow my business, my team production. Okay. And so really simply, in a couple of months, my whole life changed. I started to make more money than I knew what to do with. I started to build an agency, and I had no idea what I was doing before. I didn't know. I didn't even know you could build an agency. I was just some kid in college a couple months before that. And then more doors started to open. I started to do better and better, and I started to learn the game. And then 12 months later, I had a $250,000 a month agency, and I was still producing at a high level. And so what I want you guys to understand with all of this information is you don't need experience. There's a lot of new people on this call. We have a lot of people coming in the door, coming in the front door, coming in to see the opportunity. And what I want you guys to know is that this opportunity will change your life if you do the things that are required to make you succeed in the business. And what Chris Holt was saying, what Nick Dunlap, what Michael Malden said right there, they all said that they do the things that are required, right? Chris really explicitly said it, but at the end of the day, guys, this is an opportunity that if we input the right things, we'll get out the right things. Okay, my business since this day has grown so much, okay, and it will exponentially grow. And so what I want you guys to know is that our income grows and our business grows because this is a compounding vehicle that we're in. You're not in something like, I'm going to tell you a story that I tell all the time, and it's a great story if you've never heard it before. It's about Jack and Jill. They would go up the hill and into the forest to go and grab buckets of water, because those buckets of water were the things that they were going to need to bathe, clean their food, boil their water. They used it to eat, drink, clean, cook, sleep, whatever. They did everything with that water. There's no running water. A couple hundred years ago, they lived in little huts, and they went up to the river to grab that clean water. And the difference is, over a 2-year period, Jack went up all the way to the river, grabs a bucket, he walks all the way back, and he's left doing that 2 years later. He didn't do anything else to set himself up for the future. Jill, on the other hand, went up, she grabbed 1 stick of bamboo. Jill grabbed a stick of bamboo, she walked all the way back, she laid it down next to her home, and she did that for 2 years. She grabbed another stick of bamboo, came back, laid it down, walked all the way up to the river the next day, another stick of bamboo. And over 2 years, she had built a pipe, a filtration system from the river. She had built a pipe that brought her water, so she didn't have to keep on walking up to the river. Jack, on the other hand, is left in 2 years doing all the hard work, still not thinking ahead, just trying to get it right now, the quick stuff, right? And so Jack is still walking back and forth, really working hard. Guys, the point that I'm trying to get across to you guys is this is a vehicle, this is an industry that's made more millionaires than any other industry. And if you play the game correctly, we get reoccurring revenue. We make money in a lot of different ways. Our first 9 months, we're only dealing with our 75% advance, but after that, we get back-end payouts. We get our back-end 25%. We start to get renewals. Guys, 12 months on, we're starting to get 75% advance. We're starting to get back-end renewals. we're starting to make money if we're starting to build an agency on our team, and our team is starting to produce. We're helping other people make money. We're starting to get rewarded for that. Guys, 18 to 24 months. Guys, your income is going to be, it's going to be completely different. You're going to have renewals. Your team is going to be producing. You're going to start, you're going to be selling. You're going to be making money from your upfront payouts. Your back-end payouts that you sold 9 months ago, 10 months ago. You're going to start getting renewals on your own business. That's 3 ways right there. Not only that, you're going to start to get teamed production. And your team's going to start producing 75% advance, you're going to get an override on. 25% back-end payouts, you're going to get an override on. Renewals from your team, you're going to get an override on. So you can see how exponentially your income is going to increase here. And so what I want to get across to you guys is this is a business where we have the ability as independent salespeople to make a whole lot of money selling insurance. I want you guys to think bigger though. I want you to think farther out. I don't want you to think about just tomorrow. I want you guys to think about 2 years down the road. Are you going to be like Jack at some opportunity? Could be here, could be somewhere else, doing the same thing, trying to earn money every single day, doing the hard work, having to still put all that input in, all the effort on your own? Or are you building a system? Are you in an opportunity that's going to benefit you 2 years down the road so you can live whatever lifestyle you want to live? You can travel wherever you want to travel. You can do whatever you want to do. You can start to do things that you never could before because you have time freedom, you have money freedom, and that is something that you're not going to get in a lot of places, guys. That is a very unique thing. And so there's a story that I love around this, and I want to ask you guys a question. If you knew how many steps were in a mile, it's 2,000 steps, just about 2,000 steps that are in a mile, okay? If you're truly committed, it's not a matter of whether or not you're going to start to, if you want to walk 2 miles, like, or a mile, let's just say, and if you're truly committed to it, it's not a matter of whether or not you're going to get to the other side of the mile, right? Around the track 4 times, whatever it is. What I want you guys to think about is how long is it going to take you? What's your goal? Is it an agency? Is it recurring revenue? Do you want to be an independent salesperson that can earn at a high level on your own pen? Like, where do you want to be? What's the 12-month play? Like, because we don't want you to stay in the same spot. This is an opportunity that will change your life. If you lean all the way in, if you plug in with the right people, if you're asking the right questions, you're plugging in with people that are doing it, it's inevitable that you'll be able to do it. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to think 12 months out. Think December 2024. Think March. Me and my girlfriend Selena last night, we wrote a 5-year time capsule. If you guys haven't read the book, Be Your Future Self Now, amazing book. We wrote a 5-year time capsule to ourselves of what we wanted our life to look like, where we thought we were going to be. We did a 10-year one too. And I'm like, man, this is like, I'm thinking so big. I'm thinking as big as I can. And I bet real life is going to exceed my expectations. But the point is that it's long-term focused. I'm going to win now. I'm going to do it now, but I'm thinking far out, man. I'm thinking deep into this thing. And I want you guys to as well, because it's not just about today. You got to do things today to set you up for the long term. And the long term is the pretty stuff, the fun stuff. All right, that's like the rainbow, the pot of gold kind of thing. And that's like all the fun, exciting stuff. And so with the mile, the story of the mile, guys, nobody accidentally walks a mile. You don't accidentally just end up looking a mile down the road and being like, I might just end up there. You have to take one step at a time. And one step for you might be like, you might be comparing your first step into the business. Like I'm looking at Tristan, he's pretty new here. You know, Cade's been here for 3-4 months. Ben Kelly just got his first policy. Ray's been here almost not even a year, but almost a year, right? And so your first step you might be looking at someone else and be like, man, why is that guy farther ahead? He's just taken, 487 steps. You're on number 1, and that's totally fine. We're all at different stages in the game. And you gotta just take your first step and then take step number 2 and then number 3. And you just start to walk your mile. And your mile is your goal. That mile, right? Could be 5 years, could be 3 years, could be your 12 months, whatever it is. But you gotta have a target. So figure out your target. What's your goal? What do you want to do? What do you want your lifestyle to look like? How much money do you want to make? And guys, let me tell you, it's uncapped. Like, think big, because this is an opportunity that, especially with our design, our system, what we have here, it's incredible, the opportunity that we all have here. And with one step at a time, guys, you can conquer a huge mission, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's a huge thing, but like, you got to start somewhere. Take that first step, take that second step. And so the point that I want to make to you guys here today is when I look back on my journey, when I look at my first month, when I sold my first policy, it's 2 years ago, man. That's this month, 2 years ago. And so what I never thought was possible was to build an agency doing 6-7 figures a month. But here I am, right? It just happened. I don't really know the things that I couldn't like tell you the exact moments when it happened. It just happened over time. It happened from doing the right things. And you guys have that same opportunity. We all do. Everybody on this call, everybody involved in this has an opportunity to be able to go out there and do that. Starts with simple things, right? The fundamentals, the basics. So if I was a brand new agent, man, I'd be thinking about how to get my first 5 sales. If I was selling right now, I'd be thinking about how to get, more profitable. How can I start selling bigger policies by spending less money? How can I make more per sale, right? We got products for that. How can I start to grow my business? Maybe I can hire an appointment setter. How can I start to build my agency? Well, I can start running an ad. Maybe I can start getting on Indeed, spending $300 and doing 15 interviews a week, right? You start to build your business. And these are small moves, but over a long time, guys, you think big enough, you think long enough, you'll have that as well. So my 2-year journey, guys, it's been something that I can't even like describe to you guys with words, but what I want you guys to realize is you guys could be at the first step where I was 2 years ago. Some of you guys, I'm looking at Angel, man. Angel's going to do 30 this month. I saw him, put up a ton of business last month. Like, I mean, we're all at different points in this journey. But what I want you guys to know is you guys can get to wherever you want with this system, with this business, with this game. So that's all I wanted to go over with you guys today. This is an opportunity that's 100% changed my life. I got appointments this afternoon that I'm going to be going on. Yes, sir. Toast equals Moneyball, baby. I love it, Gabby. That's so funny. That's it. You got to build your toaster. You gotta play the bamboo game. And that's so funny. That's Gabby and some of the guys and the team, they made me a shirt that has that, because those are the 3 main stories, baby. You got to play the batting average. Best MLB baseball players in the game, man, they bat 30%. Don't try to go 10 for 10 on your closes. You're going to set an unrealistic expectation for yourself, right? Go 3 for 10, man. You'll still be super profitable. Best MLB baseball players in the world go 30% on their batting average. They're the best in the game, dude. They get out 70% of the time, right? Build that toaster, man. What is your lead spend? Where are you spending money? This game gets fun when it's predictable. When it's predictable, you make cash flow. You're like, dude, when I put $1,000 in this lead source and I make 5, I just want to do that every single week. Why wouldn't I do that every single week? Boom, baby. You're building a toaster. You put bread in a toaster. You push that little button down. What happens? Gabby, what happens? Give me 45 seconds and then boom.
Money, baby.
Toast pops up, man.
Put it in. You know your toaster setting. Don't mess with the system. You don't turn the toaster upside down. You put bread in it. You don't put rocks in it. Just do the system, man. Everybody on the leaderboard is following the system. We're refining the system. Everybody who's not on the leaderboard, all you got to do is what we're doing. The system is figured out, baby.
Just got to play the game, man. Got to play the toaster. That's it. And you guys heard the story. But that's it, man. That's the name of the game, guys. Keeping it super simple. Think long-term, think big. Don't shortcut yourself just by tomorrow and today. Don't think of yourself as being successful just by the results you're getting today. If you're inching your way closer to where you want to go over a long enough time, you're going to win. And what I want you guys to think about is 12 months. I always say 12 months because I just love playing that. I'm like, woo, it's like just long enough where like, I got to like really do a lot of work, but like day to day, I know I'm making an impact. So think big, like think far out. Think about this month, yes, but think about how that's going to be a piece of your puzzle for your 12 months, for your 18 months, for your 24 months. And guys, let me tell you, the rewards are worth it. I promise you. So whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, if you need help with any of it, we're all here to help. But I promise you, the other side of the coin, the other side of the rainbow, whatever you want to call it, there is a pot of gold. It is a lot of fun. It's super fulfilling. And this opportunity is here for every single one of us. So if you guys are brand new, welcome to the call. If you guys have been here a while, let's keep on growing, man. Let's keep on having fun. Let's get 7,000 in 7 days. How many shirts can we give away? Like I want to give away like 100 of them. You know what I mean? So if anyone is out there that wants a game plan, you want to learn how to, if you want to do the 7K, hit your mentor up. Let's put together a game plan. Let's get rolling on it. And let's win, man. Let's make March big. This is a fun month. It's a long one. March Madness, baby. Let's have some fun. All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the live dials. Let's go kill it, crush it, dominate the day. Nobody stands a chance. Let's have some fun, guys. We'll see you.